Enemy spotted. Fire in the hole. Counter-terrorists win.
Hello JPEG viewers, today we'll be sharing our personal techniques in managing Morgagnanian cataracts starting with my case. So I begin with a side port incision followed by an anterior chamber decompression before injecting the dye to help concentrate the trypan blue. I also accidentally added air, which actually helps, as the air displaces the fluid in the chamber so the dye is not diluted. Instead, the dye directly stains the interior capsule, producing a more concentrated stain while keeping the trypan blue from the endothelium. Next, I inject more viscoelastic in preparation for needle aspiration. Now, a Morgagnanian cataract is not just mature, it is pressurized. Without decompression, the capsule may tear and extend. After initial aspiration, the nucleus is gently tapped posteriorly to displace the liquefied cortex from beneath it. The expressed fluid is then aspirated to achieve full capsular decompression prior to capsular rhexis. During capsular rhexis, I watch for signs of zonular weakness, such as lens movement when traction is applied, wrinkling or trampolining of the interior capsule, and capsular radial striae, which were all absent by the way. Now, if I did see these signs, I'd proceed more cautiously and also have my CTR and segment ring ready. Because the capsule bag appears stable with no signs of zonulopathy, I'm more confident in manipulating the lens, so I gently push the nucleus against the bag to displace any residual liquefied cortex beneath it, while my foot pedal is at step 2 for aspiration, allowing the cleanup of the remaining cortex. And here I switch to Phaco 2, or what we call the chop and quad mode. I position to pedal 3 to get a good chunk and hold of the lens nucleus while placing the chopper at the edge and chopping all the way to the posterior pole, with power at 45, aspiration at 300, and vacuum at 350. Remember, a successful chop requires a good hold, and with this, I then proceed with my carousel chopping technique.
Nice! Morgagnanian cataracts can really be quite challenging. Deliberate steps and very smooth maneuvers. You certainly made a potential tricky case look like a routine cataract surgery.
Well, I guess it comes with years of practice and constantly dealing with literal cataract cases, you know? And you somehow come up with your own personal approach in dealing with them.
I agree. That's the value of case volume. The more cases you do, the steps become second nature and your movements become smoother and more controlled.
Now, I want you to look at this washing machine nucleus orbiting the capsular bag. A swirling nucleus is a fluidics problem, not a power problem. So first, you gotta step out of pedal 3 and stay at pedal 2, as ultrasound pushes fragments away while vacuum pulls them in. Second, do not pursue it. Just let it come to you. Think fishing, not hunting. If it still does not come, then there's just so much turbulence. So number 3, you have to decrease the flow rate, stay in pedal 2 until you get occlusion. Then brief pedal 3 to emulsify and you're done. Okay, so shall we move on to your case?
I'm using Zeiss Lumera 700 and Earthly Cataracts 3. In cases wherein there is poor ROR, I usually decompress the chamber prior to injecting trypan blue. This makes the stain darker and can help in the rhexis. You can see the liquefied cortex and the evanescent cataract. Some call this hybrid cataract. Here, I'm injecting viscoelastic in preparation for needle aspiration. I prefer doing it before creating the main incision so the chamber stays stable, allowing controlled decompression of the bag. Cataracts in these cases are usually more mobile since you don't have the epinucleus. It depends on the size, but I usually do a smaller than usual rhexis. This traps the nucleus inside the bag, and there's less tendency for it to inadvertently go out the bag and create problems. Here, I use the pulse mode to impale the nucleus before chopping it all the way to the posterior pole. Morgagnian cataracts are very mobile in the bag, so you really need to have a good vacuum hold of the nucleus in every chop. And the cataract is also gummy, so again, do the hold and tease technique to separate the quadrants successfully.
Yes, and you can watch that technique in our gummy cataract tutorial.
Using a machine that can have surge, you have to be more attentive to the posterior capsule. And so I chop the cataract to smaller pieces so that I can push the remaining ones posteriorly to protect the bag. Then once I get to the last pieces, I position the chopper posteriorly as protection.
Ooh, impressive take on Morgagnian cataract, and as usual, all your chops look very satisfying. Now I hope everyone enjoyed learning as much as we did preparing this tutorial. If you want to share your personal techniques, please do type it in the comments section.
Yes, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.